Clara stood at the edge of the crumbling pier, the salty breeze whipping through her hair. The endless ocean stretched before her, a place that once held sweet childhood memories, but now felt like foreign land. In her trembling hand, she clutched a letter, an unexpected arrival that unearthed secrets about the father she hadn't seen in years. For so long, anger had been her shield, her only defense against the sharp pain of abandonment. But today, reading his words, his struggles, his regrets, a tiny spark of empathy flickered to life. As the sun melted into the horizon, the waves shimmered in gold, mirroring the storm raging within her soul. Tears welled up, not of sorrow, but of acceptance. Forgiveness, she realized, might actually be possible. In that moment, suspended between past and future, her journey toward healing truly began. She took a deep breath, released the letter into the wind, and with it, all her resentment. As the ocean swallowed the paper, a profound sense of freedom washed over her. She turned from the pier, ready to face the unknown with newfound strength. "Clara, what are you doing here?" a familiar voice called out. She turned. It was her old friend Emra, his eyes wide with surprise. "Emra, it's been a long time," she said softly. He listened intently as she explained the letter, his expression growing serious. "You don't have to do this, Clara. Remember, he's the one who left you." "I know," she replied, her voice quiet but firm. "But there's something in this letter. Maybe I should try to understand him." Emra sighed, then placed a gentle hand on her arm. "I'll support you. Just be careful not to reopen old wounds." Over the next few days, Clara searched it. She chased down old addresses and spoke to people from her father's past. Some offered help. Others, still holding their own anger, refused. But she didn't give up. Finally, she found herself in a small, quiet town, standing before a modest house. She knocked, her heart pounding. "Who is it?" a voice called from within. "It's me, Clara, your daughter." The door opened to reveal an older, weary man, his eyes filled with shock and remorse. "Clara," he whispered, his voice shaking. They talked for hours. He spoke of his struggles, the reasons he left, and the deep regret that had haunted him ever since. As he spoke, Clara felt her anger begin to dissolve, though a hollow space remained. "I'm so sorry," he said, tears in his eyes. "I was young and scared, but that's no excuse." "I understand," she said, fighting back her own tears, but not knowing. "That hurt so much." He looked at her, his voice full of hope. "I know I can't undo that, but if you'll let me, I'd like to make it up to you." Clara paused. There was still pain, but there was also a flicker of hope. "All right, Dad," she said firmly. "We can try it." And so they began to mend the broken pieces of their past. Each day brought them a little closer to understanding and forgiveness. Clara learned of the disappointments that had shattered him as a young man, and saw how their reunion had become his light in the darkness. One evening, she smiled, remembering. "Dad, do you remember the stories you used to tell me?" The one about the mermaid and the sailor was my favorite. He smiled back, his eyes twinkling. Of course. Maybe one day I'll tell you some new ones. As time passed, Clara rebuilt her own life. She found peace within herself. One day, they returned to the pier. "This is where I let go of my anger," she told him. He placed a hand on her shoulder. "I'm so proud of you, Clara." She looked out at the calm water. "I don't want to live in the past anymore." He smiled. "And I'll be with you every step of the way." Standing there beside him, Clara felt a deep sense of peace. The anger that once defined her had been replaced by compassion. Her journey was far from over, but she was no longer afraid. Like the gentle waves, her heart had finally found its calm.